Namaste, beautiful spirit. Grab your green juice, hop on your mat, and let's get started. Take a seat on your knees and walk your knees out to the edges of your mat. And walk your heart forward onto the earth into your child's pose. Take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh it away, letting your breath settle you into the present moment and your body. Use this practice to care deeply for your body, honor your body, and cultivate good energy. Slide your hands back to your knees, lift your shoulders over your hips, and walk your knees back together. Bring your hands behind your low back and clasp your hands together. Draw your shoulders back and stretch your chest. Let's explore this fluid and wave-like motion. Lean forward and let your forehead come down to your mat. As you breathe in, roll your shoulders back open and over your hips. Explore this movement a few more times, flowing forward as you breathe out, lifting up as you breathe in. Come back into your hero's pose. Release your hands to the front of your mat and step into your standing forward fold. You can keep your hands on the mat or let your hands hold opposite elbows. Sway your upper body and your hips. This posture is beautiful to stretch the backs of the legs, but it also helps you to let go and be very present. Let go of your elbows if you were holding on to them. Bend your knees and roll up to standing. Inhale and stretch your arms towards the sky. And as you breathe out, forward fold over your legs. Take half lift, and as you exhale, hands down to your mat. Step into your plank and lower your heart all the way down to your mat. Bend your left arm out onto the earth in line with your left shoulder. Use the right fingertips for support. Kick your right heel up and roll onto the left hip so your right foot comes behind you. Now release your belly down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Right arm stretches out long. Lean onto your right hip. Left foot behind you. Just like that, rolling from side to side. Stretching your chest and shoulders and even your quadriceps. Pointing your knee up and back away from you to deepen the stretch there. Release your navel to the mat and let's flow our cobra pose. Hands by your rib cage. Lift your heart and head as you breathe in and melt forward as you breathe out. Let's go back into our first full body stretch, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers out wide, press your palms into your mat. Let your heels relax down. Breathe into every cell of your body. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, guide your right knee forward and past your right elbow. Send your right leg back and open into three-limbed dog. Press through your palms. Next time you breathe out, bring the right foot forward on the outside of your right hand. Let your right knee point open so the right sole of your foot comes away from your mat. You can see what feels better for you here, swaying your hips or just enjoying this posture in stillness. Travel to the back of your mat for side lunge, bending the left knee and straighten out your front leg. Lift your left heel away from your mat as your hips sink down. You can keep your heel lifted or set it back down. Sway like the wind. Reach your left arm towards the front of your mat and stretch your side body. Release your left hand down, right arm reaches towards the back of your mat. Wave your hands down, turn to the front of your mat and release into your modified low lunge. Wave your arms up, bring your hands down to heart center. Point your fingers to the earth, stretch your arms down, reach forward and up. Release your hands to your mat and step back to dog pose. Let your body rest here for a moment before we move through our other side. Start with a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, left knee comes forward. Send the left leg back and open up your hip. And bring your left foot forward into your deep lizard lunge. Left knee can point open. I'll let you enjoy this swaying or in stillness. And turn to your right, bend into your back leg for side lunge, skandasana. Lifting the back heel, lowering the hips. Breathe in, take your side body stretch. Right arm reaches forward. Roll the right shoulder back. And let's move to the other side. Right hand down, left arm stretches and lengthens the side body. And gently, hands down, turn to the front of your mat and release into your modified lunge. Wave your arms up and bring your hands down to your heart. Feel your hips sink and relax towards the earth. Deep breath. Fingertips point down, reach forward, arms go up. Bring your hands down to the mat and step into downward facing dog. Let your knees come down to your mat. Sit back on your heels for a deep breath. Bring your hands to the front of your mat. Bring your right foot forward between your hands. Walk your hands to your left. Bend both of your knees. Let your hips lower and create this flossing motion with your hips. And you can even add in your heel lift here, moving your hips to one side as you lift the same side heel and flossing back and forth with that motion. Land in the center of your mat and slide your left hand down your left thigh, just adding the lightest pressure. And then over to your other side. Right hand slides down the right leg. Release both hands in front of you. Lift your hips as you straighten your legs. Walk your hands out wide and explore waving your upper body, giving your legs this beautiful release in this wide-legged fold. Now bring your hands behind your low back, interlace your fingers, and stretch your arms away from you. We'll take a few rounds of breath here. And take your half lift, bring your hands to your low back, and then release them down to your mat. Walk your hands to the front of your mat and step your back foot into your forward fold. And take a deep breath in and rise up into your mountain pose. Press down into your right foot and bring your left knee in towards your navel. Place your left foot into the right hip crease. Now this next part is optional. You can bring your left hand behind your low back and hold your foot. As you breathe out, fold over your legs, keeping your hand behind your back, or if you'd rather, hands can be on your mat. Breathe deeply into your body. Press down through the right foot, navel draws in, rolling your shoulders back over your hips. Gently place your left foot back onto your mat. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, right knee comes up, right foot in your hip crease. Option to explore further and fold over your left leg. stand back up into mountain pose. Release your right foot to your mat. Breathe in, stretch your arms up, lift your heart, and fold forward as you breathe out. Plant your palms down and step your knees back into tabletop. If you'd like, you can turn to face the long edge of your mat. Extend your left leg out long by your left side. Walk your hands to your left so your hips sink towards the earth. With the right leg, keep your knee in line with your hip and then your ankle in line with your knee. You can stay on your palms or release down to forearms if you'd like to explore this pose a little deeper physically. Take long and deep breaths in and long, complete exhales out. Now extending your right leg out by your right side, letting your hips slide to your right, and finding the expression of this extended half frog pose to the depth that you would like. Nurture your body and be more present for your body by deepening your breath. Move back to your hands if you lowered. And bring your right knee in and come back to hands and knees. Walk your knees back so you can bring your heart towards the earth for your puppy pose. Let your shins and hips relax as you let yourself be immersed in this beautiful stretch through your chest and the front of your body. Bring your hands under your shoulders and stand on your knees. And bring your hands to your low back. Draw your navel in. Press your hips forward as you lean back. If you'd like to explore further, you can bring your hands down onto your heels. Let's take a few more deep rounds of breath, giving your body the space to enjoy the goodness of this posture. Let your hips release down to your heels. Move to the top of your mat. Swing your legs out in front of you and take a slow lower down to your back. Curl your knees in towards your navel. Extend your legs up towards the sky, moving into our plow pose. And extend your legs behind your head, rocking your hips away from the mat. Release your back to your mat and cross your left leg over the right. Let your knees bend so that you can hold on to your feet or ankles and draw your legs gently in closer towards you. Take a breath in and sigh it away. And uncross your legs, crossing the right leg over your left, grabbing and holding on to your feet and drawing your legs in closer towards the earth to deepen this beautiful glute and hip stretch. Uncross your legs and let them rest towards the front of your mat. We'll move into our final space, a very blissful and beautiful shavasana. Give your body this stillness in this space of total relaxation and rest for your whole body. When you're ready to close your practice, reconnect with your breath. Ground your body back into the present moment. Let peace and gratitude wash over you. Bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra, bowing towards your body in a sign of gratitude. It was beautiful to share this practice together. Thank you for getting on your mat with me today. Much love. Namaste. I release new classes on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So turn your notification bell on so that you are reminded to hop on your mat with me. Also, check out the playlist section on my channel so you can easily explore different classes that I offer. I am so glad to be here with you. and I'll see you on the mat again soon.